loadout drop on the way. Gas is closing in. Relocating the safe zone.
Target right here.
Gas is inbound.
I'll drive.
Gas is inbound. Marking new safe zone.
I'll take the wheel. I'll take the wheel.
to earn redeployment. You win this fight and you return to the front line. But if you lose, you're done here. Time to earn your freedom, soldier. You got your ass kicked in that one. We're sending you back to base. The enemy took that one, but we'll be back to finish the job.
In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the M4A1 versus the Grau 5.56. We're going to be comparing these weapons. I know there's a lot of debate about which one is better. I know that debate definitely happened within multiplayer, and I kind of broke that down. But now that we're transitioning to Warzone, there's so many different variables and different ranges that are going to come into play when you're building your creative class. So we're going to take a look at how they're similar and how they differ so you guys can make an educated decision on which one is going to be best for you. And on top of that, I'm going to be including a best class setup for each for my own individual preferences. So if you do enjoy the video in any way, let me know by hitting that like button. I do have a goal in today's video of 750 likes, so if you can help me hit that number, I'd definitely be appreciative of that. And if you're brand new or you're just looking to find your way back to the channel for whatever reason, maybe you enjoy the content, make sure you are subscribed by hitting that red subscribe button, turning it to gray with notifications on by ringing that bell. Let's go ahead and get into some of the numbers. It's gonna look like a lot of numbers, then I kind of simplified it just a little bit for you so we got a better idea on what the attachments are actually doing when it comes to these individual weapons. So since both of these weapons fire the 5.56 ammo, it's really gonna come down to their individual ranges and rate of fire. As far as the rate of fire goes, the M4A1 comes in at 833 rounds per minute, while the Grau is slightly slower at 750. As far as the ranges go, it looks like the Grau takes the lead, but once we start putting all the attachments together, we'll get a better picture on exactly what is happening. So when it comes to the M4A1, most people are going to go with the M16 barrel, but sometimes people will go with the Corvus. For the purposes of this video, we're going to be using the M16 stats as far as the range increase, because that does give you the maximum range increase at about 40% increase to that base range. When it comes to the Grau, there's plenty of barrels you could choose. Maybe you like certain iron sights over the other, but I think probably one of the most popular ones currently is the Nexus, because it provides the biggest uptick as far as range, but doesn't hurt your mobility quite as much as that Archangel barrel. So we're going to be using the Nexus barrel for this individual comparison. So I know this is a lot of numbers. I'm going to leave a link down in the description so you can kind of check it out for yourself, but I've kind of made it a little bit easier by putting all these different things highlighted in green where they beat out the other weapon. As you can see in red, they are losing out to the other weapon. And as I scroll down, what I really want you to focus on right here isn't meters. You have the various distances. Normally within the base game 6v6, the most you're going to get in a gunfight is probably around 50-ish meters, because a long shot for a rifle is 38 meters. So those engagements don't happen all that often. 10v10 a little bit more, ground war a lot more. Then obviously within the battle royale, you get into some very long engagements. You kind of have to judge this for yourself, what individual weapon is better for you. So right here you can see the various ranges at the top, and then right here is the time to kill in milliseconds if somebody is at full health at those individual ranges. So when it comes to the M4, you can see it does 571 milliseconds, and then it bumps all the way to 928 as they get to those further distances. And then with the Grau, you can see those comparisons as well. When we equip the correct attachments, at least those barrel attachments that I was just talking about, you're going to increase those ranges significantly so that you have the M16 barrel boosting these numbers. And then when we equip that Nexus barrel onto the Grau, you'll see the M4 outperforms the Grau all the way up to about 32.5 meters with those individual barrels on. Primarily goes back to that fire rate. Since they're both 5.56, they're basically dealing the same amount of damage. Then right around that 33 meter mark, we're going to see it transition over to the Grau being a little bit better performing because it has significantly better range. So it's still going to deal the same amount of damage that the M4 was doing over here, because you can see it has consistent time to kill from 0 all the way up to about 48 meters. Right at that 48 meters, that's where the M4 takes over for about 5 meters, and then it goes back to the Grau all the way up to about 83 meters, and then it drops off and goes to the M4 because they end up dealing the exact same amount of damage beyond 83 meters, which ends up being right around 18 damage. So when you multiply that out, you need to hit someone a lot of times, and I have that all included in here. Time to kill, shots to kill. So if you want to check that out for yourself, you're more than welcome. But this is just the raw numbers I want to show you as far as time to kill, where they are better than the other. And if I'm going to be honest, I would say that most of your gunfights, if they're going to be within 40 meters or so, the M4 is a better weapon. If you plan to challenge people between mostly 50 to 80 meters, the Grau is going to be a little bit better as far as damage goes. So the individual class setups I have for the weapon, obviously it's going to be case by case. You can change things up completely however you want, but this is what I like to use. So when it comes to the M4A1, this is what I'm going to use for my creative class. I'm going to use a compensator just to help with a little bit recoil, because I think it does have just a little hair more recoil than the Grau. We have the M16 Grenadier barrel. We have the Commando foregrip that does help significantly when you combine that with the compensator. We have the 60 round mag and then stipple grip tape. Next up, you can see with the Grau, I'm going to use the monolithic suppressor because for whatever reason, this one just feels like it has less recoil with this combination of attachments that I don't necessarily need that compensator. So I use the monolithic, and that's going to allow you to stay off the minimap, and that will give you a little bit bonus range on top of the ranges that we've already talked about. The Nexus barrel, it does have clean iron sights. If you do want just a hair more range, or maybe you want to change up the iron sights a little bit, you can go with the Archangel. Just be aware it will be a little bit slower at aiming down sight, which could be important, especially since it is a lot slower to kill in those closer range engagements. Commando foregrip, same thing we talked about with the M4A1, 60 round mag, and then the F-Tac R89 rubber. You can go with the XRK Void too, but it's really going to come down to how well you can handle the recoil. Personally, I found a lot of success with this individual class setup. So it's really going to come down to what your preferences are. I think the Grau is a better weapon that I can combine with the MP7. If I'm going to be sniping, I'd probably go with the M4 and a sniper combo, just because at the further ranges, the Grau deals a lot of damage and has incredibly low recoil. So it's really a balance of that too, and it's really going to come down to how you're going to create your loadout. Maybe you're going to run overkill so you can run a sniper, or you're just going to use the MP7 that's on the ground, and you kind of got a case by case. Maybe you have both classes ready and you just pick and choose when the time comes. So for the rest of the video, it's going to be a live comm using that M4A1 class setup where me and my buddy Earl Shatter, which is going to be linked down in the description, get a clutch duo trio dub where we loaded in and we did not have a teammate and we were still able to clutch that victory. Hopefully you do enjoy the video. If you do, let me know. Hit that like button, subscribe, find your way back. Appreciate all the support on the channel. Thank you for watching.
There's also a guy in the window.
Forward here. There's a guy right there.
Yeah, move it.
Commando foregrip, that does help significantly when you combine that with the compensator. have the 60 round mag, and then stipple grip tape. Next up, you can see with the Growl, I'm going to use the monolithic suppressor because for whatever reason, this one just feels like it has less recoil with this combination of attachments that I don't necessarily need that compensator. So I use the monolithic, and that's create a class. I'm going to use a compensator. monolithic, and that's going to allow you to stay off the minimap, and that will give you a little bit bonus range on top of the ranges that we've already talked about. The next is barrel. It does have clean iron sights. If you do want just a hair more range, or maybe you want to change up the iron sights a little bit, you can go with the Archangel. Just be aware it will be a little bit slower at aiming down sight, which could be important, especially since it is a lot slower to kill in those closer range engagements. Commando foregrip, same thing we talked about with the M4A1, 60 round mag, and then the F-Tac R89 rubber. You can go with the XRK Void too, but it's really going to come down to how well you can handle the recoil. Personally, I found a lot of success with this individual class setup. So it's really going to come down to what your preferences are. I think the Grau is a better weapon.
¿Qué me dice Sergio? Más está aquí este man. Sergio. Sí, man, ya lo escucho. Man, es que yo me metí a ver quién está. Es que hay un mensaje que usted ha puesto de Melvin, decía, pero me metí a ver qué había, pues solo está conectado. Man, es que estos más, yo no sé si van a jugar, más hace rato les estoy poniendo mensajes, sí, por puta. Ah, mae, vamos a ver. Mae, quedé terminando de jugar ayer, mae. Acabo terminando de jugar ayer. Mae, yo salí como a las 12. Cuando yo jalé, todo el mundo jaló. Mae, porque yo jalé cuando jaló Tony, creo. Mae, estoy en el juego, pero no estoy haciendo nada. Mae, voy. Mae, dice modo de juego con un enorme. Mae, ¿qué putas pasó? No sé qué pasó, mae. Estoy con el. Mae, suave, que se me está haciendo el despiche, mae. Mae, pero si no. Vamos a ver. Mae, qué putas con este control de picha, mae. ¿Qué está pasando, mae? Oh, mae, ya. Mae, que me está haciendo despiche, mae. No, mae. Ok, ya. Estoy aquí. Mae, ¿sabe qué? Mae, pero qué putas está pasando. Mae, se me sale de la sala y vuelve a entrar y se me vuelve a salir. Putas. Carepicha, me asustó, mae. Yo, mae, qué putas. Me están hackeando. Juega el entrenamiento de saqueo. Juega ya, saqueo. Si lo voy, juega ya. Lo voy a jugar allá. Putas. Creo que ya. No, yo voy a estar aquí, es que estoy usando el cel, entonces. Estoy en el menú. Estoy en el menú. Sí, voy a pensar en Tony. Yo soy mayor que Tony, madre. No. Yo es que yo era como el quedado del cole, entonces. Sí, yo lo llevo como 2 o 3 años, ¿no? Yo es que me escapaba, yo me escapaba un pichazo. Sí, no, digamos, cuando entré a séptimo por primera vez, yo iba a cachete, es que yo, digamos, yo venía de una escuela, donde, a mí me jalaban en microbús, entonces, era imposible como no ir a la escuela. O sea, me llevaba a la microbús a la escuela y me recogía en la puerta, entonces, chorro. Entonces, ya yo venía con esa perspectiva, entonces, yo faltar al colegio, cuando yo entré al colegio, yo empecé a ir solo, caminando, porque me quedé aquí nomás. Yo con esa perspectiva, de que no podía faltar al cole, toda la vara, como yo siempre estuve así. Y llegó un hijo de puta, que así, mala vibra, por así decirlo, Y, yo en el tiempo que estuve en el cole, ya por así, como en 2010, yo me acuerdo que yo entraba a las 7 y salía como a las 5, esa hora parecía un brete. Y, otras cosas que tenía como inglés en las últimas, y el me dice, qué pereza era inglés. Le digo, sí. Sí, pero el me lo dice con una cara huevada, me dice, qué pereza ir inglés. Le digo, sí. Y me dice, ¿por qué no nos vamos? Y yo, ¿cómo nos vamos? Sí, faltemos. Y yo, uy, no, es que luego nos van a regañar o así. Vamos, me dice. Yo, es que qué pereza hacer esto a las 5. Y nos fuimos, yo iba cagado, Y había una gente que salía a las 4:10, nos metimos en la pelota, y salimos así. El guardia no nos dijo nada y dijo, puta, entonces yo empecé a agarrar maña, y ya no me escapaba solo de una, es que agarraba a mediodía. Entonces, sí, o a veces, ya cuando agarraba, ya estaba muy psycho, A veces yo iba de camino y decía, qué pereza era el cole, y me devolvía a la casa y decía que no tenía clases. Decía que no tenía clases, y así me la pasaba el primer año. Y el segundo año, bueno, ese primer año, me sacaron porque, ya la nota no me daba de tantos veces que pasé. Y el segundo año, yo me acuerdo que mis platos me entraban a trabajar como a las 7 los dos. Y yo no sé por qué mis papás estaban tanto en mí, yo les dije que todas mis clases empezaban a las 9. Entonces, ellos jalaban y yo quedaba dormido ahí, yo quedaba ahí dormido, y a veces ya cuando me daba mucha pereza estaba en choza, iba al cole. Y una vez que fui, llegó un compañero y me dice, ¿qué estoy haciendo aquí? Yo, ¿cómo? ¿No puedo llegar? Me dice, es que ustedes ya no están en la lista. Ya, bueno. Y ya, bueno. No, una vez un profesor me dijo, ¿qué es usted? Y yo, después del guía. Me hace, era el profesor guía, me hace, ¿quién es usted? Sí, después me pasa. Sí. Después de ahí me pasé el cole a eso, estaban todos los y ahí cuando los conocí. Es que a mí Tony me caía mal cuando lo conocí, sí, de hecho yo Tony lo que eso fue como en octavo o algo así, es que yo, no sé, a mí Tony y Steven me caían, no sé, como los huevos, y yo me acuerdo una vez, que Tony se me acercó, y me dice, yo le caigo mal, yo, sí, vale ese de mí, Mae, yo era un hijo de puta, yo era un cólera, un maldito, cuando usted les puede preguntar esto, mae.
Reloading.
Mae, sí, sí. Sí, sí, mae, mae, sí, sí, mae, es que yo los he enjachado, mae, sí, mae, o sea, mae, es que yo, mae, yo los odiaba, yo no sé, por qué me caían mal. Y una vez, mae, me acuerdo que estábamos en una biblioteca, mae, y un compañero había traído un palo de lluvia. ¿Sabes qué es un palo de lluvia, mae?
UAV online.
Mae, es un instrumento musical, pero como de los indios, algo así. Entonces, mae, es un palo como de bambú y usted le clava clavos por dentro. Mae, y les echa arroz.
¿Qué dice marihuanos y putas?
¿Qué me dice? ¿Quién es, mae?
¿Qué dice Californication?
Mae, Melvin.
Claro, ¿no? ¿Por qué?
Mae, Melvin, está justo a tiempo, mae, porque estoy contando la anécdota de cuando me piché a ese hermano, mae.
¿Cuándo me qué?
Cuando le pegué a Tony, mae,
¿Cómo le pegó?
Mae, yo hace un pichazo de años, yo me piché a Tony, mae.
¿A Chile, man?
Mae, sí, vuelvo a empezar otra vez, mae.
Man, que Tony más pura mierda, man.
Mae, es que, mae, esa hora fue como en séptimo o octavo, más que a mí, yo no sé, mae, a mí todos me caían mal, mae. Y yo me acuerdo que Steven, mae, y Tony me caían los puros huevos, mae, es que solo pasaban así en idiotez, mae, y como yo era así como el quedado, mae, así, yo era como el quedado, entonces yo era el pichu, mae, ¿entiendes? Sí, el renegado, mae, yo era el que enjachaba todos estos hijos mae.
Ajá.
Entonces, mae, yo me acuerdo, mae, una vez incluso que Tony se me acercó, mae, y me dice, mae, yo le caigo mal, y yo, mae, sí.
Ajá.
Todo, mae, yo era un hijo de puta, mae. Y una vez, mae, en la biblioteca, mae, yo me acuerdo que un compañero bajó un palo de lluvia. ¿Usted sabe qué es un palo de lluvia, mae?
No, man, no sé qué es eso.
Mae, esa vara es un instrumento musical